Fire Station 6 is opening at Mapleview Drive and Prince William Way on November 17th. We're very excited for the collaboration in the city to allow for that to happen. So we have our stations are strategically located across the city, and this has been an underserviced area while we've been building this station, and we're ready now to get that area to that 6-minute response requirement, and that is going to allow for us to get there on time. A new fire station takes about 20 firefighters to be fully staffed. And right now we've hired 22 new staff, including some replacements. And that will allow us to have a fully functioning fire station with one operating frontline truck out of Station 6. We're ready to respond anywhere in the city. One thing that's unique about these new firefighters is they're trained at technical rescue. And we look after technical rescue for all of our residents in the city of Barrie, and that's really important for us to have them ready to go. It takes an 11-week training program in-house, and they already come with a great batch of credentials. So we just up their skill set and make sure they're Barrie ready. Our facilities team at the city has done a fantastic job making sure that this stayed not only on budget, but on time. It's hard to plan having the staff come in at the same time, and we've been able to do that by opening the graduation for the new recruits is on the 14th of November, and we open the station on the 17th of November, all at the same time. Facilities, again, have done an excellent job getting that ready. This fire station will run with one frontline pump truck out of it. It's fully equipped in order to be able to get around those streets in that area. Some of those streets are a bit more narrow as we build some new construction. This will get us in and out of those areas quite quickly to be able to respond to all of our concerns, which could include medical calls, because we have a rapid response out there. But also if we have a vehicle accident or a structure fire, we're ready to respond to those as well with all the equipment that will be on that truck. We can't wait to have it open, look after those residents. Public safety is our #1 priority, and that station will really help us do that.
Many viruses come from mutations, their ability to thrive in human bodies. The main mode of transmission is really through one's secretions, and during the winter it's mainly through our nose, through our mouth, and then somehow getting to the other person's nose, mouth, or eyes, either through sneezing or shaking hands because we have stuff on our hands, or through surfaces. We have a number of vaccines for a number of viruses. The flu shot influenza has been around for a while, and that's really something that everyone really should be getting from 6 months of age and older. It's free, you're available through your family doctor or through the pharmacy by and large. And that's to prevent influenza, which is one of the more severe infections. The other one that we have, of course, more recently is the COVID vaccine. They both present very similarly, with runny nose, cough, fever, and the COVID vaccine is also available through the pharmacy. The newer one is RSV, which is the respiratory syncytial virus. For that RSV vaccine, just like many illnesses and infections, they affect disproportionately the very young and the very old. We always hope for a milder season, but we really cannot predict with certainty how it's going to go. What we know about COVID, which is very different from influenza, is that it doesn't rise quickly and it doesn't fall quickly. Influenza rises quickly and falls quickly within a 12-week period. COVID tends to rise and plateaus, goes up and down, so it stays longer at a higher level. So what level it's at, it's really hard to predict. If you're ill, you don't want to be out there too much, especially around people who are older, younger, or more medically vulnerable. If you have a bit of a cold, I know it's not fashionable anymore, but wearing a mask really does work to prevent all those secretions from coming out. And if you're ill, stay at home and recover. Washing your hands is also a great idea. And with a little bit of luck, you won't fall ill as many times as you would otherwise.
Well, if you talk to Barrie Colts fans maybe at the beginning of the season or a couple of weeks ago, they might have been thinking things weren't going so well for this Barrie Colts team. They were out of a playoff spot and needing a boost. Well, Over the last couple games, things have been going pretty well. Coming into Friday's game, they've won 5 in a row, and a big reason for that is Emil Hemming. He's been fantastic. Now, the Barrie Colts are pretty lucky to have Emil Hemming in the lineup because he was on a conditioning stint playing in the American Hockey League. Now, on this top line, Emil Hemming is so important because of things like this. He draws so many defenders into him and then opens up space for some of the other players on the team, like Joe Solandro when he scored that goal right there. So is Keishon Aitchison, and the Barrie Colts are lucky that he ends up back after being a first-round draft pick of the New York Islanders. This was him on Thursday night, ends up putting this puck on net. It's a beautiful tip by Nicholas Desiderio, and then Aitchison scores later on in the second period. Let's flip it back to a former captain. It's always interesting to see what happens with Barrie Colts players afterwards. Well, Bo Jelsma, the former captain of the Barrie Colts last season, is now playing in the NCAA for Providence, and he scored his first NCAA goal last week.
Tomas comes across to Bales. Alex throws it down low, right in front, score! Bo Jelsma's first collegiate goal set up beautifully by Levens, 5-2 Providence.
So always fun to see what the Barrie Colts do after their Ontario Hockey League career. This is the 3 overagers that finished the season with the Barrie Colts last year. Bo Jelsma, he's playing for Providence and doing great. He's putting up points. Dallin Wakely is playing for UMass Lowell, and what's interesting about that is that Providence was playing UMass in that game where Bo Jelsma scored his first goal. So the two buddies, Bo Jelsma and Dallin Wakely, playing each other. Jelsma scores the goal against his former teammate at UMass Lowell, and Owen Van Steensel, who was longtime teammates with Dallin Wakely, he's playing at Clarkson University and doing great. He's already put up 4 goals, some of the best numbers he's ever put up in the Ontario Hockey League. So to flip it back to the beginning, at the beginning of the season for the Barrie Colts, fans may be thinking this wasn't going to be a very good year. But if you think about how the Colts are doing over the last couple of weeks, Colts fans are probably pretty happy.
So here we have a mural, a community mural celebrating empowerment for the youth and for our communities. Me and my partner Bruno Smokey together were the Clandestinos, and we created this with a lot of love for Barrie.
We're the Smokey, we're the Clandestinos, and this is Violeta, our third member. Just super thankful to be able to create such a impactful visual piece of art, and better yet, bring the community together.
We've got a work of art. It's beautiful. It just keeps getting better. These have been sprouting up over the downtown core, for the last couple of years. Each one is unique. They make a huge difference, and as I've said, it's never just one thing that that makes a huge impact on a downtown core.
Oh, the property owner showed up. Oh, there you go. Who's the one who wanted to keep my building?
Yeah, so each mural that we do has a different process. This one started with workshops with the Youth Haven, and so we got the feeling of the youth, and we got the feeling of how can we through art empower the youth that are our future. And we need to talk about these kind of things and spread a positive message in our public spaces. So we take back our spaces by creating art. Well, we've been working for about over 20 years doing large-scale murals. So for us, sometimes it's really hard to do smaller work, like all just a proportion, but we're used to kind of augmenting these things largely. So it comes with experience, and there's some tricks to the trade as well that some people use, but we really do our outlines, and if it looks a little strange, we just go back there. What we like to say with art is that there are no mistakes, and especially spray paint, which is our magical tool, we can go just right over it. So even if we get it wrong at the beginning, we get it right at the end.
It's many, many, many things. And this is a great example of how, one wall, one building, can make a difference. It makes a difference.
What really gives us our radar, if it was an accomplished project, is the community. So the community's voice and people coming along and really appreciating that and giving us that feedback is what fills the heart, and we know that we've done something good.